good, YouTube? Today we're breaking down a beat made like HEYITSSHARK. If you don't know who HEYITSSHARK is, he's an up and coming producer. He's fire as fuck. He makes hits, he makes beats. Very bright future, I'm not gonna lie. He's doing insane right now, he's blowing up. Hey bro, you ever see this video? Reach out, I'm down to work. Alright, so here's the FLP. Looks pretty complicated, but it's not. Yeah, it's just not complicated. I'm just lying. I just be lying like that. I don't know. Anyways, so HEYITSSHARK kind of makes these like digitally really nice textured sort of new wave hard beats. I don't know, it's hard to describe. There's not like a specific genre he makes, but I think like Too Hollis, Nettspend, kind of those sort of beats. That's what I kind of went for here. Kind of more of like a Nettspendy beat. Let's start off with turning off all the effects and having a look at the first pattern. Analog Lab. So we've got like a nice little pad here. Nothing too crazy, but now we add the effects on. So we have a convolver on blur white, turns it into a pad pretty much. And then we have an OTT. No, OTT is OTT. Then we have Fruity Parametric EQ2, taking out some lows, some highs, boosting the lower mids, taking out some higher mids, and then flanges with a little bit of mix on it. And then let's do it before and after. And now with it on. So yeah, we pretty much turned it into a nicer pad, more washed out, nicer in the background. For our next sound, we have a bass from Serum. Just going to be a nice layer sort of bass. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then for the effects, just have an EQ cutting lows and highs. More in the background, just a chill bass. For our next sound, we've got, I believe, a little electric piano. Yep. And for the effects, it's nothing crazy. We've got EQ just cutting out unwanted frequencies, boosting the highs. Flanges with a little bit higher mix. It's going to turn it from that electric piano into more swirly. Just nice on the ears, you know? Next up, we have our actual piano. It's the heart and soul. This right here. AC Pop Piano 1 in Xenology. Free, by the way. Crazy. Calm little pattern. And as for the effects, we have some reverb with super plate, a light amount of reverb, parametric EQ, cutting lows, boosting highs, taking out some mids, OTT, getting that depth up there. The fuck? Pretty flanges, decent mix, you know, like 30%, and before and after. And now for our next sound, a bit of a weird one. We have a guitar from Xenology. Quite a pain in the ears, so what we're going to do is target those frequencies. We're just going to do a telephone EQ pretty much. Then we're going to use Phase Mistress and Tremolator to make a nice new sound, give it a bit more bounce. And then Chroma, which is slept on plugin. It's basically auto-tune, but for melodies. Just turns it from. Sounds pretty cool. I've seen HEYITSSHARK use it a little bit, so you know, I'm just gonna say one of one source right here, HEYITSSHARK approved, and then some flanges and a compressor. Very nice. And then last but not least, come on, you can't have HEYITSSHARK without some vocal chops. Like, come on. So we're just in arcade here, Waking Dreams preset, and This is what it sounds like. Delayed from the start, give it some accents. A section, B section. Pretty cool. And as for effects, we're really going to spice things up here, so I'm going to go through it one by one. With this shaper box, we're adding the vowel verb preset. This is going to spice it up quite a bit. And then on top of that, we're going to add EFX Motions, another goated plugin. Just going to have some nice, almost sort of granular effects. It might even be granular. I don't know, actually. OTT, you know. EQ, cutting lows, boosting highs, boosting some of the upper mids as well. And then it's kind of missing a bit of that high-end harshness, so I added fresh air. I only did 2 on the high, but it works. You see the difference? Yep. And then tiny bit of flanges, just to bring it in with the rest of the beat. And then all together, sounds like this. Some pretty cool, some pretty light. Nice little melody we got going. Alright, let's go for the drums now. Start off with our hi-hats. Actually, nah, let's go for claps first, actually. Pretty simple clap pattern. Only thing to note is with this clap at the end, just, you know, after every 4 bars, goes down a semitone, and yeah, it's chilling. There's some SFX. Kind of some "We Gonna Be Okay" RFX, and then more effects, and then even more effects. Something to note about this effect right here is when I dragged it in, it was actually too short. So what I ended up doing was setting it to stretch, grabbing that stretch up there, and then stretching it across until it fit. So then it didn't cut off randomly, otherwise it'd just be like this, where it'd be like, and then it just sounds much better like that. Also got some effects on it. We got some OTT, EQ, ozone imager. I didn't like the how wide it was, like if I take it off. It's kind of too wide as a background effect, so I limited that down a bit. Then we got some hi-hats. I wanted to add kind of like a counter hi-hat, kind of like the Never Ever hat. And you'll see when we play that with this hat later, it'll match up very nicely. But then we just have nothing particularly crazy here, just some rolls. We do have some like call and response kind of rolls here. I'll get into that after I play it. And then just loops after that. But we just have some nice rolls here. Mainly with here, we're just playing with the velocity. You can see these top ones up here, they go down, and this one, it starts at max, but then the middle 2 go up into the last one. And then it kind of does that again, and it almost creates this like call and response sort of effect with the hats going up and down. And then right here, I wanted to make it, well, originally I wanted to make it so that there were no hats there, but it was too empty, so I ended up just putting hats there, putting them down a semitone, and just putting the velocities really low, so they're essentially gone, but they're still there. Ended up working really nicely. Then right here, I don't know, I'm just making chords with the fucking hi-hats at this point. Just call me Santa, bro. I don't know why I said that. Okay, but now with these two, very nice. Then all of these effects together. You'll also notice that every second one of these effects is quieter than the first. And then same goes for this We're Gonna Be Okay SFX. And then yeah, now time for the main event. We got the 808. I know you're fiending for it. But trust me, you're not gonna like it. I'm just gonna say you're not gonna like it when I start playing this thing. Ready? Now you might be wondering, what the fuck is this 808? I'm wondering that too, to be honest. However, it's kind of fire. When you play it with the rest of the beat, you can't really hear the fucked upness, alright? But we have a really simple pattern. It just repeats 3 times. It follows the bass up there. And then we have kind of like a B section at the end. Something else to note that I did to the 808 is when you're working with like these really subby 808s, what I do sometimes is when it gets hard to discern between each note, I usually use this technique where I add a little bit of attack and I turn down the tension, and it kind of adds this build up to each hit of the 808, if that makes sense. So instead of being kind of a constant noise that loops into each other, making it hard to hear the hits, be like, be like, so if I turn this off and then put it back on, you can kind of discern each note better. Just makes it hit harder, you know? We also have a second 808. We have an 808 switch. And something important to note about this is I put an EQ and automated it to come in with this 808, which is just boosting a little bit of the mids here to make it really hit. You know, we're using the Curdy polar spins, and I mean, this shit hits, bro. So we got this pattern. It's the same as before. And you know, it's already quite, it's hitting pretty hard, but add that EQ on. You know, we're going crazy with that one. And now all the drums together. And then everything up together sounds like this. And I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a little bit of arrangement. I'll quickly go over it, but it's nothing crazy. You know, just leave out the bass at the start. Bring it in here, along with some drums. Then we have the tag, check out the cloud, and then we hit them. I don't really change any sounds, because I mean, really just introduced them, they're not boring yet. Then right here, big switch, we take out most of the sounds and we change the 808. Then right here we come back by delaying some of the drums, adding most of the sounds again, because we add in a lot of sounds, so we might as well give it some room to breathe with the drums. Fire. Bringing out some of the melody here, and then we have just cutting out the hi-hats, making the transition smoother. We add in all the sounds now. And then the instruments don't actually change until the outro, so it's literally just this. And then the last part is we have an 808 pattern switch at the end here. We take out the hi-hats with it, really accentuate. This is a new pattern, and that's what it sounds like. Then we just have an outro, keeping some of the effects, and then we can take out some of the melody halfway through, and I'm gonna have the tag at the end, and we're cutting out the bass after the tag hits, and then leave a little bit of breathing. Master automated to cut it off right there, bang, sweet, and that's the beat pretty much done. I mean, yeah, it is done. Alright, comment section. Let me know if this sounds like HEYITSSHARK or if this is just fucking terrible. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I'm trash. Maybe I'm washed. But hey, once again, Shark, if you watch this video, hit me up on Insta, bro. Also, let me know in the comments who you want to see. Like, if there's any specific people, I'm always looking at the comments. So, like, anyone, I don't know, fucking Legion tutorial. Alright, ladies YouTube. Catch you in the next tutorial. See ya.